Welcome back to the Global AI Student Conference. Our next session is about how to use automated machine learning for breast cancer prediction. Let's meet our next speaker, Hadid Ben Amor, a Gold Microsoft Student Ambassador. Hi!
Today. I'm going to start my event, breast cancer prediction using automated machine learning. A special thanks to Global AI Community and Microsoft. Hadil Banamar, an engineering student from Tunisia and a Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. I'm going to move directly to what we will learn. We are going to discover what's automated machine learning, and we are going to have a small demo on breast cancer prediction. Automated machine learning is the process of automating the time consuming, as the name indicates. It iterates tasks of machine learning model and development. So it also allows data scientists, analysts, and developers to build machine learning models with high scale and high efficiency and productivity while sustaining the model quality. So, automated machine learning in Azure Machine Learning is based on the breakthrough from Microsoft Research Division. So, machine learning is the process of learning the machine. Automated machine learning have done many things for us, like it choose the neural architecture search. It select the best model for us depending on the metric you are going to choose. It seek for the data engineering or the feature engineering and study your data. It also did the hyperparameter tuning, so which is important for the optimization and the quality of our model. Also, it does the model compression to be suitable for our needs. So, why to use automated machine learning in place of the classical machine learning? Because you won't need any intensive resources like CPUs or GPUs, because everything is done in the Azure cloud. You will not require significant domain knowledge and time because we have two approaches we are going to discover. Then you won't need to compare dozens of models and search for the best model because automated machine learning did this for you. Then you are going to accelerate the time it takes to get production ready machine learning models, and we won't forget the ease and efficiency and the quality of the model you are going to have. So, how to use automated machine learning is an important question. So, Azure Machine Learning for working with automated machine learning provide us with two approaches or two methods. For code experienced people or users, you can use Azure Machine Learning Python SDK. And for non-code or limited experience, users, you can use Azure Machine Learning Studio, which we are going to use for our demonstration. We need to have some steps to create a model with automated machine learning steps. First, we need to create an Azure machine learning workspace, and it's important to keep those keywords in mind. Before you need to create an Azure machine learning workspace, you have to have an Azure subscription if you are students or an employees. So then you need to create or load your dataset with which you are going to work. Then you need to have some configurations done. After that, you will explore models, different models, many models you are going to see, and you will discover the model explanations. Explanations aren't done by you, but by automated machine learning. You are going to visualize them and decide which model to choose. Then you will need to deploy the best model. Deploy the best model as a web service or an endpoint, depending on your need. And finally, you need to clean up resources if you will not need them anymore. So for our demonstration, which is the most important because practice makes perfect, we are going to train a model which predicts breast cancer existence with no-code automated machine learning in Azure Machine Learning Studio. This demo is divided into two parts. The first one in the Azure Machine Learning Studio and the other part using Power BI desktop. So we need to create a data set from, we can create it from our local files. I uploaded my CSV, breast cancer data CSV. The data is from Kaggle and I used it to bring my model. Then I create an automated machine learning model using the create button. Here we can see the many algorithm names, like we have 64 models provided by automated machine learning. And the first algorithm is the best one with the higher accuracy is explained. Here we are going to see the explanation. So the explanation is about like a precision recall graphs, or we can also see the arrow C. Here we can see the true positive rate and false positive rate. We can also have our confusion matrix with row. So we have here predicted label and the true label. We can also see the normalized confusion matrix with values from 0 to 1. So explanations, we can see the binary classifiers or dataset cohorts. We can sort by data point and choose also the chart type. We can use bar or box. So we have here the aggregate feature importance, the feature or depending on their performance. We have the features of mean parameter, mean smoothness, mean texture, and mean area. Here you can also increase the top features by their importance. For example, I can have only 3 or 4 or 5. Then I choose the best model, which is depending on the voting ensemble algorithm, and I'm going to deploy it. So I deploy it as a web service, and here my statue is succeeded. So now I have my model deployed as a web service. But after that, how should I like use it or consume my model? That's gonna happen with Power BI. Power BI is a power. It helps us to import. First of all, we need to import our data. Then we need to rely Power BI desktop with Azure Machine Learning using this button. Okay, since the execution is took too many time, so I prepare a video for that. So here we can import our data. We import our data, which is breast cancer data, to Power BI desktop. Then this is the preview of our data with the 5 column of features are of type text. So I need to replace values of text and convert them into numbers. But first of all, I need to replace any point sign with a comma, since my system doesn't recognize a point values as decimal, so I couldn't convert them. Now I will convert them. And no errors were displayed since all my values are numbers. Now I clicked on the button of Azure Machine Learning and I have my 5 features here. We have our features. We pressed on OK. So breast cancer data is being evaluated and all the rows are loaded. Then we will edit our query to discover the diagnosis. So we have here the type are numbers. It's very important to take care of our data types. So here we are going to enter new data. For example, mean radius, mean texture, mean parameter, and mean area. Those are the 5 values of our features. Then we are going, okay, with a comma, we have an error. So now our model is being treating our data and we have 0. So no cancer is detected. Apart from that, we can use Power BI to visualize the data and see some charts and consult our data. We can use from here a line chart. We can choose the x axis and the y axis. We can choose the number of parameters we are going to draw. So here we choose mean parameter as x-axis. And we remark that during the model, Azure Machine Learning is predicted the same. Maybe the model here isn't really exacted. So also we can invoke the function and see the diagnosis. You can play with the parameters as much as you want because you won't find the best chart or the best visualization from the first try. You need to visualize more and more depending on different parameters. So then we are going to save our model, our dashboard and publish it on my workspace. So those are the steps. Those were the steps of creating breast cancer model using automated machine learning and how to rely the Power BI desktop on your local computer with Azure Machine Learning subscription. So I will provide you with the GitHub link, which composed of the report, the data set, and a video of the detailed demo here in my GitHub. So thank you so much. So this is my GitHub account, and this is the repository. You can log in and see whatever you want. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Hadil. This was an amazing presentation. I think my big questions are like, what are you think like the biggest takeaways or learnings you had as you created your talk?
Okay, we need to know automated machine learning using Azure Machine Learning. We need to know how to create a classification model and a regression model because those are the basics. Then it's important to know how to consume our model after creating it because after all, creating a model and take it and okay, like just creating a model isn't enough. We need to know how to consume it, and that's depending on your Power BI knowledge.
I think, especially as a student, understanding all of those things and being able to present it is super impressive. If you had advice or recommendations for students watching the call right now, what learning resources would you point them towards?
I will advise with Microsoft Learn because I finished many paths there. I discovered automated machine learning from there also. I was like, I want to know how exactly to what's automated machine learning and why to create it. Not with code with another source. So it will be amazing to join Microsoft Learn and seek for courses there.
Awesome. And one final question I have for you is what are the next projects you're interested in doing in like the automated machine learning space?
I'm interested in machine learning operations, which mingle machine learning and DevOps or and cloud. So it concentrates basically on your coding skills. For that, I want to learn them in the future.
I think it's super awesome that you said that because we actually have a panel of machine learning professionals later today, and we've already spoken to one of them who was talking about MLOps and how important it is going to be for the future. So thank you so much for coming on to the Global AI Student Conference, and we also hope you stay and you watch that panel later on today. Butini, do you have any other questions?
And I do have questions for Hadil. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your vision about automated machine learning.
Awesome.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you. Great. And I think we'll go to a short break before coming back for our next talk for AI in tracking air quality.